Hey everyone, this is Avi Arkishan from AH Charts. Let's take a look at the indexes for going forward today. Let's recap a little bit today. Been a wild day actually. Crazy rip from since yesterday's drop to towards this 591, 592 area. Pretty crazy. So now what I was looking for, we had this pattern here yesterday that I saw, which was a bull flag forming. And once we get above that 597, it was bullish at that point, especially if we get across that 600 area, and we did. So now what we're looking for, you have 605 to 609. This is the area of resistance that I am looking for in terms of tomorrow. If you want to see any pullback, it's going to be within this area here going forward tomorrow. Now, you could come down and retest this $605 and keep moving up towards 609. So I'm certainly looking at this 609, 605 area. You do have a gap here if you look in the daily for SPY. It has created a gap today, right over here. So there's that gap that needs to get it. When I say needs to get filled, that is possible that it may get filled at some point. It doesn't mean it'll get filled tomorrow. You could keep moving forward and move up a bit more, and then fill that gap at some point. SPY is still in the range of buying the dip. It's not bearish at the moment. It's still within dip buying price action that we're looking at. But if you look at the last 5 minutes or 15 minutes of the chart, you have that selling at the end of the day. So it's possible that you have a little bit of dip in the morning and then come back down, try to find support at maybe the 605, or you fill that gap or somewhere within this range here, and then you move back up again towards that 609. We'll see how that goes, but the level that you're paying attention to is this 605 coming tomorrow and 609 as resistance level. Let me take a look at over here. Okay, so here you have it. On the left side of the screen, we have that 606 area. We went a little bit over. So watching to see whether or not SPY hold that 606 level, or we're going to come back down and we're going to do this maybe a 603 or so, or $600 level. So that's the area I'm looking for tomorrow for SPY. You do have that gap 603 to $600 area if you start breaking below 605. You want to see 605 hold, continue up towards that 609 area for tomorrow. Again, that's the level we're looking for tomorrow. 609 resistance. 605 needs to hold support. Retest of that level. Do have a little bit of selling at the end of the day. So usually that signal a little bit of downside tomorrow. So you can always see a little bit of downside coming in tomorrow towards that 605 area, and then move up, or you'll probably come down here, do not fill the gap, and move back up towards a 609, or you just do this, fill the gap, create a spring, and you start ripping again later on in the day or so. A couple different ways this could play out, but we're still within buying the dip at the moment. 609 resistance. Looking for 605 retest tomorrow. See whether or not it hold support and move back up to 609, or whether or not you break below this level, get rejected, and you come back down to fill this gap. If that happens, that's going to be about that much move tomorrow. All right, now let's look at QQQ. Those are the levels I'm looking for tomorrow. So guys, pay attention to these levels here tomorrow. These are going to be important levels going forward. Let's look at, let me see if I find some whales target here for you guys for tomorrow. Okay, so we have SPY. Let's see if I have some whales target, if anything has changed. Okay, so we have 607 as whales target, and whale support at 605. Whales lower target of 590. So tomorrow you're looking for any retest of 605 to see whether or not that retest is going to get held at 605, and whether or not 607 is going to be acting as resistance level for tomorrow. If we break that 607 level tomorrow, we could keep moving towards that 609 level. Okay, let's look at QQQ for a moment. QQQ right now is trading right at the, let's remove this, QQQ breakout. I had this downtrend line break out of it, and it's traded right within resistance or this supply zone that I have. Let me go to the 4 hours, might be better. So you can see it this way. Now broke out. We're right at the double top 539, 540, which is the resistance. So you can see a little bit of pullback here. You want to see the level that get held is this 529 level. You can always come back down, retest the top, which is around this 535 area. You could come back, retest 535, and keep moving up again. So you want to see some sort of reaction, whether or not we hold this 535 and keep moving up. But right now it's right within this 539, 540 resistance level. So be cautious. Want to look for any pullback tomorrow. Look at the last 15 minutes close. You can see that selling volume coming in there. So usually when that happens, you tend to see some sort of downside either in pre-market or post-market, or when the market opens at some point, you'll see some sort of pullback. So if you continue to hold this level here and you push up, the next level you're looking for on QQQ is you're looking for, give me a second here. You're looking for that 543 area. You're looking for that 543 right here, 546. That's the area you're looking for. If you hold this level and you move back up, or you get above this level, or any retest to get above this level, then you're looking for 546 area on QQQ. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM still following the path of upside towards that 518, 520. It's possible if the indexes pull back a bit tomorrow, you're going to see some pullback. You're seeing that selling at the last 15 minutes based on the volume price analysis, but it's still within the buy to dip for tomorrow. If you look at the daily chart for IWM, still quite bullish in the daily. We want to see more upside trading above the mid-range in MACD, and RSI is getting above the average. So still in buying the dip, still bullish. And the range I'm looking for is that 518 level. Once you get above that 515, 518, and 530 would be the next level we are looking for. All right, that's it. So still dip mode. We're in buy the dip mode. We're in that mode right now, looking for a little pullback tomorrow, if anything, to retest any breakout levels or so. But don't be in a rush to short anything. Wait for an opportunity. If we open the market and you see a pullback, wait for an opportunity where you could possibly go long, because usually institutions like to sell off in the morning sometimes. If they want to buy the dip, they'll sell it off and then get in there and buy the dip. Let's look at VIX for a moment. Not the best look on VIX here, guys. We broke below support level. Now, the next level we're looking for here is this 1701 level. So you can see VIX break this level 1743 is going to come down towards our 1701, and you'll see more downside still on VIX. All right, so if anything, you could come back up here tomorrow, and then you make that move down for VIX tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe you'll do this and then come back down. We'll see, unless you break out of this range here tomorrow. So let's look at what price action has in the morning, and we'll see what happens. But you guys have the levels. Told you guys about the levels. You're watching for these levels: the 605, 603, the 600 on SPY. QQQ, you're watching for that 635 level to see whether or not we're going to hold support at level, or we're going to come back down and test this breakout for this trend here tomorrow on QQQ. Resistance level you're really paying attention to is this 539, 540. You're paying attention to this. If QQQ decides it wants to consolidate within this level, wait for a breakout or a drop below. You take a position. All right, still looking for that 515, 518 mark to get hit on IWM at some point. All right, I think that's it for the indexes. So we just went over SPY, QQQ, IWM, and VIX. Let me see if there's anything else I have to look at. Okay, let's look at GDX, which pretty much tracks gold. So for gold here, we're looking for any sort of support level or retest level here at this $50, $51, $50 mark. This here is one path that I have for gold. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wave to the upside. However, this could be something else where you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this becomes 3 over here. And now we are in 4. We are in 4, and now you're going to have your fifth wave to the upside. Don't know if that's going to happen, but still paying attention to it to see if that's going to happen. But you're looking to see any sort of retest, and you want to see this level hold right over here. That's the level you're looking for to see if it's going to be held for gold. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay. So $50 and $49. You're looking for this level here. If there's any drop, you have resistance at $54. So this is your range here that you're trading in for tomorrow. You do have a clear 5 wave to the upside, which could possibly be over here. So, all right. So that's it for gold. All right, guys.